If your feed has recently fed you the absolute chaos that is Harry Balsaq, Ditto, or even Kitty Phlaps, then trust me, you didn't find this video by accident. I'm pretty sure you're meant to be here. Hi, I'm Elysa, your local resident cool girl, and in today's video, we are diving headfirst into the unhinged and wildly creative world that is Tomodachi Life, living the dream, and some of my craziest creations as well. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to bring them to your own island. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. This is my first long form video. Please be nice. I've got so much chaos planned ahead. So go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and tell me in the comments which character you would immediately want to have on your island and why. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it. With our first character to the front, we have Harry Balsaq. So for Harry and all of the me's that we're making today, they're all going to be from scratch. So we're obviously going to start there. Harry being Harry, we're going to do the male character. Just before we start getting rid of everything as a clean slate, one thing I do like to do is just get the head shape ready and the skin tone. We're going to go down the second row and we're going to go to this one here. I don't know why this one stuck out to me, but the shape in terms of how it comes to life later on, as you'll see, I felt like this one made the most sense. For skin tone, we're gonna come over here. And I believe I chose the lightest pink shade, so this one up the top here. As you can see here, we're getting a bit of color going, but we still have a bit to get through. So on to the next. The hair was the pinnacle moment that made me realize, oh, this is what we're going with. Where is it? Where is it? Aha! I really don't need to say anything more. I fear that this is very self-explanatory. To get the full Harry Balsaq experience, we're going to change the hair color. We're just going to go for the pink underneath. Now you can see that we've got a bit of color variation. It's starting to take shape a little bit. The next few steps are pretty easy because now it's just removing everything. Bye-bye brows. Going to be removing the eyes. See you later. Nose. We're good. And mouth. Also gone. Is this starting to look like Harry now? Yeah, it's getting somewhere. Ears, none, nada. We're leaving the ears as is. Glasses, there's no eyes, there's no glasses. In the next section, we have a few options here, and we're gonna play around with some of these options. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how you have your Harry Balsaq beard, but for the purpose of what I chose, I started here. I landed here. I felt like this just gave Harry a bit more of a picture as to what we were doing, you know? Like, it really it felt right. It felt right. This is where I believe I added eyeshadow and blush. And you're probably thinking, eyeshadow and blush, why? Hear me out. We're going to add this. We're going to come over to color and we're going to change this to white. Oh dear. At this point, I think my brain just started getting a little too creative. I decided to make this a bit smaller. Obviously open to interpretation. You can play around with this, make it your own, but we did also do the same for the blush area as well. So I believe because this first one was like a hazy kind of vibe. It wasn't a very prominent blush. I was like, oh, droplets. We changed this over to white. I come back here, there we go. And then I think we played with the sizing again. There we go, there we go. Droplets, yes, lovely. Oh, now before I forget, one more thing I did in this area. In here, we added some smile lines. Which ones did I add? Oh, I think it was these. I think that at this point, my brain started going, ah yes, veins. We made them quite small, we had them quite wide, and then I used them as a blueprint to then get creative in the artist section. Yes. The following, you can make your own with the face paint. Please feel free to draw however you want. They're just squiggly lines. They're just squiggly lines. You can add your own. Make yours look unique as possible and go from there. Now, in terms of what I did on mine, we're going to change the color to match our hair. And then from here, I believe we changed the strokes. So I went to the middle here, went to the smallest here. Now, I'm doing this with a controller. I personally would recommend doing this with a stylus. I feel like a stylus would be so much easier. Let's try zoom in and see if I can recreate this somehow. Perfect. And then I did a third one up the top. Now, if you have a look at the line in the artist drawing, you can see that the line goes all the way up to the hair. But if you have a look in the preview, it's not quite there. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. Please let me know in the comments if I am. For the sake of what I've done, This is pretty much it. And now we've got Harry Balsaq, who's very much looking like Harry Balsaq. The next part to Harry is figuring out stockiness, height, that kind of thing. We respect our short kings here. So we put him all the way down here. And we did make him pretty stocky. Shout out to the short kings. Shout out to all different sizes. That is all I'm going to say on that. And we're going to move along. Now, this part I think I had a little too fun with because the voices in Tomodachi Life are insane to say the least. Speed, pretty speedy kind of guy. He left the pitch a little bit lower. Depth also went a bit lower as well. Here.
My name is Harry Balsaq.
There we go. There we go. In terms of the melody, we went with number 5. You ready for this?
My name is Harry Balsaq. It's nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, the personality. I forgot about the personality. The description just absolutely diabolical. Harry Balsaq's movement is pretty quick. Gets his business done, as you do. Forget I said that. Speech is quite polite. He's intense. He's got a lot to offer. His attitude is not so serious, you know, he's playful, he likes to have fun. And this is Harry. Outgoing and pleasant to be around. Makes friends easy. I think he's a great addition to any island, honestly. And who knows what kind of chaos he'd get up to. Next, we have some smooth tunes with our dear beloved Ditto. And yes, the H is there on purpose. Now, if you decided to make Harry and you want to make Ditto, congratulations. This is going to be a very quick and easy me to make. Starting from scratch, we're going with the male again. Makes sense. The biggest thing about this me is the color of everything being one color. We're going to choose the same face shape, and for the skin tone, we're going to choose a very specific purple. I feel like this is giving a good Ditto purple. From here, we're going to come back to the hair, scroll down to the iconic hairstyle. Perfect. So no variation here. The exact same purple. Because of the outline of the hair, I felt like the purple kind of already gave it enough definition, so it wasn't really necessary to have 2 variations. And it kind of adds to the funniness of the fact that it's Ditto as well. For the eyes, this is really important because obviously Ditto eyes, they're like the 2 little iconic beads, you know? So we want to go all the way down to this little dot here. Perfect. And then from here, I'm pretty sure I played around with the width in terms of how wide the eyes were between each other. I think I made them probably that wide, up a little bit. We'll leave it at that for now, but we might come back to it. What did I do for the mouth? Oh, yes, here we go. I chose this mouth. I believe I also made the mouth a little thinner as well, just so it gives that full Ditto-esque kind of face. I wish I was able to change the color inside the mouth, but it didn't give me the option to do so. Once again, no ears. Now that I think about it, I actually don't know if I added anything else other than one crucial part to really complete Ditto, which is the beard. I think I decided to give Ditto a slightly different beard, but I thought it was funny to make it the one color. Oh, my sweet baby. That's your Ditto done. Ready to rumble. Just like Harry, we respect our short kings. We respect our girthy kings as well. I cannot believe I just said that. With the custom voice again, but this one had a slight variation from Harry. So Ditto's a speedy kind of guy. So I believe we had him there. Pretty high pitched as well. Went pretty high on the depth as well. And even the rise and fall also got a bit of love as well. For the melody, we went with number 2. Has a bit of, you know, a bit of depth to it when it goes like this. All right, so for Ditto's personality, he likes to take things a bit slower. We put him a little bit more on the direct kind of side because he's polite, but he knows what he wants. In terms of energy, this was a given. But although he's intense, he can also be relaxed as well, you know? He's able to adapt to certain situations, which led us to basically having him pretty normal overall. And that's it. Here's one good look at everything we've done. This description was also quite funny. Optimistic and passionate, follows their instincts. I personally think it describes Ditto perfectly. Is it an eye? Is that something questionable? Nope, it's just Kitty Phlaps. Okay, I'm going to admit something here. This was by far the most diabolical creation I think I made out of the 3. We're going to start with using the female character. And in terms of head shape, I went for a pretty round head shape because it was a bit shorter, rounder down here. I also did leave the skin tone pretty much as is. In hindsight, I probably could have changed it up a bit, but again, these things are all open to interpretation. So for now, we're going to leave it at the base skin tone. Next is the hairstyle. Where is this hairstyle? It's a very unique hairstyle. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at her. We're also gonna change the hairstyle to black as well. Stunning. She's got a modest little bushy there. You know what? I might just remove everything other than the mouth, because the mouth was the pinnacle point that made me go, oh, we can do something here. Obviously, when you add the mouth, it adds it at the bottom there. But with a little bit of tinkering and maneuvering, we can change this up to make it into the center. Maybe there? Flip them out sideways. Perfect. Did I make it small? No, I went the opposite. I made it as big as I could. There we go. That looks better. We also changed the color of the lipstick as well. I went for a slightly different pink and it's a little bit darker. Perfect. There we go. Now from here, I added eyebrows. I didn't initially add them in, but then I found these and I thought these could have been a nice little addition just to make sure we get the full kitty experience, you know? Now we made these the exact same color, turned them sideways. I think I maneuvered them a bit closer as well. Why does that look better than what I originally made? Of course, you can tinker around with the eyebrows as well, make them bigger, smaller, all that kind of stuff. Okay, moving down the ranks. No eyes, no nose, no ears, but we did add some fine lines to the face. And I think this is really what started bringing Kitty to life. So we added this. We also added this. The other fine lines, up to the top. Probably about there. Beautiful. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I believe from here, I got my inner artist on. Again, feel free to draw this at the stylus. It is so much easier than what I'm trying to do myself. Same brush as Harry with the squiggles. We're going to go for this middle one here, the thinnest one here. Now for the color as well, I believe I did change the color to be, I think it was this. Let me zoom in real quick. Perfect. Again, these are just loose squiggles. If you want to get into detail, please feel free to add whatever you want to your creation. You know what? We're going to leave it at that. She's a small girly. She's a small girly as well. Everyone's so small on my island. I left the body size pretty much just in the middle there. I thought that was just a safe bet. All right, custom voice. Now we want to make her sound like she's... You'll understand in a second. Anyways, this is Kitty. The theme for what I'm choosing here is very demure, very mindful, while still having a nice quirky kind of vibe, you know? One last look at everything we've done, just to make sure we've got everything correct. She's sensitive, she's emotional, in tune with her feelings, right? She's empathetic and sentimental. She cares. She's a giver. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, give it up for Kitty. Aww. And just like that, we've reached the end of our trifecta with Harry, Ditto, and Kitty. That was quite a journey to make all three and relive all of the thoughts that were going through my head whilst making them. If you choose to make them, please, please, please share in the comments what you choose to tweak or alter yourself, because I can't wait to see how creative people get. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, comes out on April 16th. Do expect to see some streams from me as well. So if you're not following on Twitch, I am at Elysa. And if you're not following me on TikTok and all my other socials, I'm at Elysa Melon all over the internet. I will be uploading VODs on here as well. So if you do miss out on Twitch, I have them all coming onto YouTube as well. And I'm very excited to be sharing my little slice of life with you through gaming and everything in between. So thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to have you along for the journey. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!